I wouldn't have been able to write this book if I was not sober. I needed to be at a place where I was like clear thinking. Like I had been offered book deals numerous times throughout my career. You know, and a lot of it was to be like, to do like motivational type stuff. And I had a really big book deal that I ended up walking away from because I didn't feel like I was being honest with myself, and something was holding me back from wanting to be truthful, like to myself.
Right.
But I found that within truth, like, I mean, every time that I do speak the truth, it does set me free, you know. And I needed to, like, I mean, I've definitely, like, in building a brand and that type of thing, I've had my creative outlets there. But when I start to write music, I go into like a very broken place because I dig out my journals and I go through past relationships and I go through, you know, hard things that I've had to face in my life and overcome. And I just, you know, and also stuff that I've not talked about or have been too scared to journal, because journaling for me is confrontation with myself. And
but you mentioned being sober. Was that, and early on in the book you talk about that kind of defining moment on Halloween, which I love Halloween too, by the way, so I know you were just devastated to not be there and be present. I mean,
well, especially when you have children, you know, and it's like, you know, they've put so much thought into their outfits and their costumes, and luckily I was Willie Nelson that night, and I luckily there was a costume to put on to hide the pain that I was feeling, but yeah, I was at the kids' school, and I had poured a drink at like 7 o'clock in the morning because I get nervous to go to, like, I won't be nervous to like sing in front of thousands of people, but I'll be nervous to go into like a gym auditorium with other moms. You know,
is it
like,
just that social setting, or because of your
I have anxiety. I definitely
and the
deal with a lot of anxiety, and I want to be what people, I mean, people are always like, oh, you're so not what I expected. And that's a weird thing to hear all the time, because I don't know clearly what they're expecting, you know? So it's, you know, it was like an inner conflict for me to feel comfortable just doing the normal things. So I would drink in those moments thinking that it would calm my anxiety and just let me be free to, you know, talk to these moms and the teachers and that type of thing. But really, it just kept me quiet. And it kept me quiet for years. I mean, I haven't released music in 10 years. I haven't even been able to sing because I couldn't confront myself and the gifts that God has given me until now, until I realized that it was alcohol. And I didn't know that. I knew that I was drinking too much, but it kind of just like caught up with me. It wasn't, once it started spiraling, it was spiraling, but...
Do you think you would have made...
It was a gradual thing.
Would you have made that kind of finite decision in that moment or that next morning if you didn't have kids?
Absolutely.
You still would have?
Yes, because it was also one of my best friend's birthday, and birthdays mean a lot to me. I like to be there when you blow out your candles, and I put them in a Ziploc baggie, and I make you like take home your wish, and put it in a drawer next to your bed, and I have a whole weird thing about it, and it's just something that I do.
Someone's gonna start crying that after tonight.
It's something that I do for everybody because a lot of my birthday wishes have come true.
Yeah.
And I'm always the girl that finds the lucky penny on the ground as well. My son found one in the airport, and I was like, "You are just like me! Like you noticed the lucky penny on the ground!" You know, but I really think that I would have, even without children, I would have gotten to a place because of my calling in life and because of my purpose and because of my platform and because of wanting to be the strongest of character I can possibly be within my own self. Like I would have had to have been clear.